Hello, is there anyone? So, in this particular live stream, what I am planning to do is I just want to talk about a seminar that I presented yesterday, a little bit about that, and if possible, I want to interact with you guys. So, that was the whole purpose of this particular live stream. And the seminar that I joined, that I took part in was so I had a seminar yesterday, and it was related to the degree that I'm pursuing, which is MD degree, MD medicine. And what happens is in these particular seminars that you are assigned for, you are given a particular topic, and you are asked to present about that topic and talk about the latest guidelines and everything related to medicine. So I was given a topic, and I didn't have much time to prepare for that presentation. So I was very busy with my ward rounds, ward duties, and after finishing my ward duties, after finishing my OPDs, and after taking a little bit care of myself in terms of sleeps and foods, I decided to prepare for that particular seminar. And I just took one day to prepare for the seminar. And also, what I did was I asked one of my friends to make the presenting slides for me so that uh, it will not consume much time for me to prepare the slides, because if I give it to someone else, he'll be preparing it for me. And in the meantime, what I'll be able to do was I'll be able to uh, read about the particular topic and have some knowledge about that particular topic, because you'll have to be able to present. Along with that, you'll have to have a little bit knowledge about the topic at hand, because you might be asked questions regarding that particular topic. So this is a little bit scary thing for someone who is going to present for the first time, because if you have given any form of public speaking, you might be knowing about it, and you should be knowing about the fact that public speaking is a bit scary if you have not done it before. So that's what my condition was. I was actually a little bit scared, but at the same time, I knew that um, I had done, or I had given public speaking. I had done public speaking previously also, and I had performed or given speech in two seminars beforehand. So I was not extremely scared, but at the same point of time, I was not extremely relaxed also, because whenever you are asked to give a public speech, you are to some extent a little bit uh, in a state of adrenaline rush, especially when you are starting to give your speech. So that's the thing. And so the thing was, my slide was prepared by someone else. I didn't prepare it for myself because I didn't have much time. At the same point of time, I needed to do other works like my ward rounds, my daily chores, my taking care of my sleep hygiene, my foods, my meals, and so all those things. At the same point of time, I had to read a little bit about the topic also. So what I decided was I decided that I should be giving the task of making slides to someone else so that I can save some of the time, and utilize it in a manner that will be useful to me overall. And that guy whom I gave him to prepare a slide, he actually used artificial intelligence (AI) to make the slides, and it's fair enough in this today's day and age of artificial intelligence. Who wouldn't use or take advantage of the artificial intelligence tools that are available to make our tasks easier? So exactly, he did exactly that. And after completing his slides, he sent it to me, and I sent to the chairperson who was supposed to monitor my seminar speech. I sent it to him, and he saw it, and he actually uh, mm, was not quite pleased with the fact that I used uh, artificial intelligence to make those slides, and I gave it to someone else to prepare those slides for me, instead of making it for myself. But it's not something that is feasible. It's not something that is actually uh, intelligible to waste so much time into making something that a tool can easily make it for you. Instead, what I can do is study a little bit about the topic at hand, and that's what I try to do. So after I started delivering my speech, and my speech was actually, I was uh, in my mind, I was quite in control of the situation, quite in control of my vocabularies, my speech tone, my uh, mind. I was quite in control of it. Also in control of the audience in the room and the people around. But but it took me a bit of effort to try to gather the informations that were written on the slides, because they were very little, tiny in size at the same point of time as it was derived from artificial intelligence. They were not quite understandable also in terms of their visual representations. So I um, delivered my speech, and after that, one or two persons, one or two sales teachers of ours were sitting there, and they were listening to me. And after that, our HOD sir came, and HOD sir is actually, uh, I'm not gonna use some negative terms for him, but he heckles a bit during the speech compared to other teachers who were there, and I fumbled a little bit while he asked me a few questions. I fumbled a little bit, and I was not quite sure about the answers to the questions that he was asking. So, and also I was very tired because I hadn't eaten much before going to the class, because the class was held at 2 p.m. In the afternoon, and you were supposed to have lunch at that time, and I hadn't taken my lunch, so I had went there empty stomach, and so all in all, they were kind of displeased with the fact that I used artificial intelligence to make those slides, and I was actually satisfied, quite satisfied with the way I slowly, calmly delivered the speech during the slide presentation. But the one point that bothered me was the fact that I fumbled a little bit while HOD sir was asking me questions, or HOD sir was actually was wanting to know about the summary of the speech during that particular session. Otherwise, I don't have much expectations from them, because they are never truly pleased or satisfied with the way uh, a topic is delivered, because they have much more knowledge than us. So we will never be able to satisfy them in terms of their uh, quenching their thirst of knowledge. and we are just students, so we are in a sense a beginner in that particular field also. So that was my experience regarding that particular seminar speech. यार कोई तो ज्वाइन कर लो. If anyone decides to join, I would love to have a live conversations, or I love to chat about any topic that you want to talk about. That'll be exciting.